What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Today we are solving question 228, summary ranges. Today my wife's in the background along with my cats joining us, so it's going to be a good one. Without further ado, let's get going. So this problem essentially wants us to return a running range of numbers. So, for example, 0 through 2, and then once that breaks, return that range and then start the new range. If there is a standalone range, go ahead and return that as a standalone value. So let's go ahead and get going. We're going to go ahead and check for edge cases first. So let's just first off, we're going to actually initialize my empty array. Wow, my computer's running slow. Okay. And my enter button doesn't want to work. Okay, what's going on here? That's going to be sorry, my enter button's not working. I return. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Alrighty. So we're going to check for or if nums, if length of nums is equal, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. If length of nums is equal to 1, we're just going to go ahead and array.append string nums 0, and then we're going to return array. Okay, and then we are going to have a starting and end point to signify where our running range starts and stops. So starting is going to start at 0, and then while starting is less than or equal to length nums minus 1 because of indexes starting at 0. And then for end in range nums, or length of num, oh my gosh, length of nums. So if nums starting is not equal to nums end, or minus end minus starting. So the reason we're doing this is because if you see here in example 1, we're going to be having starting at 0, and then every time we iterate, end's going to have +1. So for example, if we got to this third element, it would be 0 minus 2, or 2 minus 0, and then 2 minus 2, and then that would equal 0. So this essentially is going to tell us when we find our first element that is not in the running range. And then if that happens, we're also going to do another check and see if nums starting is equal to nums end minus 1. Minus 1. So this is going to see if, for example, on let's see, on the second example, you can see it's going from 0 to 2. So we're going to be returning 0 because that's the range, but we don't want to return 0, arrow 0. We just want to return 0. So this will account for that. So we'll return answer dot append nums dot starting. So, oops. I want this to be answer, not array. Answer, answer, answer. There we go. Else, we're going to return or append append string of nums starting plus our arrow plus the string of nums end. That looks, I'm going to back out just a little bit so we don't have that. Okay. And then okay, there we go. Okay, and then we're gonna do one more check here. I forgot I need to update the value of starting each time. So starting equals end. Starting equals end. And then if end plus 1 equals the length of nums, we're going to go ahead and answer and nums end. And the reason that we're doing this is because we're finding the first element that does not fit in the running range. So the reason that we're going to check if it's at the end of the array is because we're already, for example, like on number 1, we get to number 7, we realize it's not in the running range, so we return 4, arrow 5, but we have 7, and we need to do something with that before the while loop ends. So we're just going to check to see if we're at the end of the list, and then we're going to push that last value or append that last value. And then we're going to, at the end, set, I need to make sure this is a string as well. And then at the end, we need to set starting equal to the length of nums, so we don't have an endless loop. And then I think we're good to return answer. Let's check here. Need to make sure this is a string. Should be good to go. Let's see. Index out of range. Oh, this also needs to be starting on the second index, so that could be it as well. And starting to go. It's here. Oh, it's because I am doing that way too early. Okay, that should fix it. Okay. 427, 024. What's going on here? Let's run through this real quick. See why it's giving us that. So, oh, I need to be appending this -1. That's why. Okay. I need to be returning the index that was in the running range, not the one that was outside of it. So let's go ahead and run this one more time. All right, what's missing here? Oh, okay. So, so if we're in the middle of a running range, and let's see here, if we're in the middle of the running range, but we're at the end of the list, we need to just return that running array or running range before we have to hop out of our while loop. So this one's just going to be end. Okay, that should be good. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and submit it. Perfect. Alrighty, guys. That's it. Thank you guys for joining. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with my journey to become a LeetCode master. Leave a comment below. Did you like my solution? Do you have something else? Anything like that? Other than that, thank you guys for listening and have a good one. Bye bye.